Are you seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, I'm seeing a beautiful piece of hardware. I don't know what you're seeing. What's going on, y'all? My name is ALXMNR, if you didn't know. And I am a upcoming videographer, photographer, music producer, a whole bunch of other stuff. And I don't usually do this, but today I'm here to talk to you about this little gem. It's called the Laowa Compact Dreamer 7.5mm f2.0 lens. As you might guess from the name, it's made by a company called Laowa. I think I'm pronouncing that right, out of China. And this has quickly become one of my favorite lenses in the last few months. And it's not right for every situation, it's not right for every person, but me personally, I've run into a bunch of situations where this thing has saved the day. Like right now I'm working on a reality series with a friend of mine. I also do a lot of music stuff where I'm in people's home studios, tight spaces, just odd situations where something like even a 14mm, which is what I'm filming on right now, just isn't gonna cut it. Because you don't have the room to maneuver to get, you know, that proper distance for framing your shots. So because of that, I was searching, scouring the internet, and becoming pretty frustrated because 14mm or 12mm was like the shortest focal distance that I could find without the lens being a fisheye. And that was something I definitely did not want. I might pick up a fisheye later just for shits and giggles, but for the most part, I need my lines to be straight, my images to be not distorted. And this right here is a lifesaver because it's a 7.5mm, 15mm full frame equivalent rectilinear lens. And on the micro 4/3 system, that is extremely hard to find. As far as I know right now, this is the only prime lens in this focal length that is not a fisheye. There are a couple variable focal length zoom lenses in this range. There's the Panasonic 7-14, their Panasonic 8-18, and then Olympus has a 7-14. That's a constant 2.8 aperture. So not only is this just about as wide as the Olympus as its widest, it's got a faster aperture. It works really well in low light situations. Dude, I really dig this lens. All metal body, except for this like plasticky bit here, but for the most part all metal, mounts metal, lens hood is even metal. It just feels phenomenal, like it's gonna last forever. It's just built like a tank, man. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna break this. Unfortunately, it's not weather sealed. That would be icing on the cake if it was weather sealed. That Olympus 7-14 is weather sealed. So if you really need a weather sealed lens, you might want to check that out. But for me, that Olympus lens, which I probably will pick up eventually, is about $1,200. This right here is selling for 500 USD right now. If you're looking for it on Amazon, depending on who the actual vendor is, it might be a little bit more. When I picked this up, it was a little bit more because there was only like one company that was selling it, and I was too slow in the brain to actually go to the Laowa website and look for it there because I buy everything off Amazon. Like, who doesn't? But anyway, this lens, like the name says, compact dreamer, it is extremely compact. For example, this is the 14-42 Panasonic kit lens that comes with the G7. I'm gonna hold it up without the lens hood. Boom, look at that. It's shorter and not even quite as wide, I think. Yeah, their OIS I think is slightly smaller. So when it says it's compact, it's really compact. It's one of the smallest lenses in my bag, which is great. And it's a real versatile lens, man. Like indoors, outdoors, low light situations. You could use it for real estate. You could use it for astrophotography, or you could use it for vlogging. I do use it for vlogging. I find it extremely useful for vlogging because even the 14mm that I'm shooting on right now, like, it's got a decent framing because it's about arm's length away from me sitting on my GorillaPod. But you know what? Hold on just a second. I'm gonna show you where I'm actually gonna put this on the camera. Hold on one second. So as you can see, now that we got the Laowa on, extremely wide. I haven't changed the position of my camera. It's still about arm's length away, like I'm touching the side of the lens right now, and the framing's totally different. You can see that light I got in the background for that edge. You can see my whole living room if I lean over to the side, and ultra wide makes me happy. Like I said, it's not for everybody, but it is extremely useful. This would be good for astrophotography, real estate, vlogging. I think I said vlogging already. But anyway, I love it for vlogging. Some people might not because it's manual. A lot of people, when they're vlogging, they want to use autofocus. I don't care. Anything important I'm doing on the G7 or G85, I'm using manual focus anyway. So for me, with all the work that I have to do in tight spaces or unusual situations, not knowing if I'm going to be inside or outside, having this lens in my bag is very useful. There are a couple of things that you got to watch out about. The lens hood that's on it is not the greatest. It's not bad. It's metal, which is nice, but it can easily become knocked out of position if you brush up against it or something. And so if you're not careful, and let me see if I can show you. So that right there is the lens hood not being on straight. And if you can see right over here, it looks like vignetting. It's just the lens hood not being on straight. So you got to be careful about that. The lens hood, the lens cap that comes with it is not very well designed. It works, but the finger grips are extremely shallow, and a lot of people complain about that. I just use a spare Panasonic one that I have instead. Problem solved. You already said the thing about being manual focus. So other than that, I really don't have any complaints. Oh yeah. One big thing for me. This lens has a clicked aperture. Now, since I'm primarily a video guy, that's a minus for me. You can, just stop turning it in between the clicks to, really kind of fine tune your f-stop, but it's just a little bit annoying. I wish it was like some of these other lenses that gave you a way to switch from click to declicked, but to me that's not a huge thing. Like, I work through it. It's not a big deal. But for photographers, that'll probably be a plus. So depending on your situation, you may or may not like that. But those are really the only negatives that I have, because like I was saying before, wide open, the thing is super sharp. When you stop it down to like 8 or more, pretty much everything is in focus and super sharp and super clear. And I mean, I haven't been disappointed yet by the performance of this lens. So like I said, it's not for every situation, it's not for every person. Some people may never have a use for a lens like this, but for me, even in run and gun shooting, I am so glad to have this lens in my bag. I'm gonna show you a couple of video clips, maybe a couple of pictures if I can find some. I don't really take pictures that often, and let you see what this thing can do. So there you have it. That's my opinion. Not super scientific, but I just think it's an amazing product. And if you're in the market for a wide or ultra wide lens, I really think you should check this out. $500, it's a steal. It doesn't seem to be very widespread in its availability, so you might have to search around a little bit. When I bought mine off Amazon, there was only one seller that had it, but I think B&H lists it on their site. You can go directly to the Laowa site, although they're in China, so I don't know how long it'll take to get to you, but you know, it is what it is. If you need the lens, get the lens. You'll be happy you did. I don't know a whole lot of people who have it, and I think it's really slept on, and so I'm just trying to do my part to blow it up because I think it's a great product, and I think a lot of people could probably make good use of it. That's just my 2 cents. This is your boy ALXMNR signing off. Hopefully I'll have some more gear reviews and things of that nature for you in the future. Any companies who would like me to take a look at the products, feel free. Message me. We can set it up. I'm not opposed to that. Everybody else, let me know what you think of the footage, the pictures. Leave it in the comments. If you got any questions, please leave them below. I'll communicate with anybody who makes the attempt to communicate with me. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like, follow, all that stuff. You know, this is the internet's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff. I look forward to talking to y'all again.